Hello, traders. FS Speculator here. Today is Tuesday, and it is March 4th. How is everybody doing today? How is everybody liking the market volatility these last few trading days? Yesterday was Monday, and yesterday was an extremely volatile day. Last Friday was a very volatile day, and today and yesterday was also a very volatile day. Trump definitely knows how to make the market move, that's for sure. He's like the new pal. So, anyways, we don't really have a whole lot of news coming out tonight. This evening in the Asian session, which I will not be awake for any of the Asian session news because it's too late. But for the Aussie, we have GDP this evening. We also have somebody from Japan speaking tonight from the Bank of Japan. So that definitely could move the yen pairs for sure. And we have President Trump talking tonight. Now, this is an address to nation speech, apparently. And this is apparently going to be a pretty important speech. I think one of his tweets or something said that this is possibly going to be the most important speech of his administration. I'm not really exactly sure what is he's going to be talking about. There's a lot of rumors about possibly leaving NATO, but I think those are possibly rumors. Today's the day that the tariffs are supposed to be starting for Canada and Mexico. So maybe that's what he's going to be talking about. I don't really know, but apparently it's going to be a really, really important speech. Unfortunately for me, it's at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in the New York City. So, well, it's not in New York City, but from Washington, New York Eastern Standard Time, which is 2 o'clock in the morning my time. Now I get up. No image in YouTube. Okay, sorry about that. Thank you for saying something, Pedro. Thank you. So, anyways, yeah, we got the. I was just looking at the news count. Anyways, we definitely didn't miss anything. So, anyways, yeah. So, I would just wait for that to come back. There we go. Now we're good. Thank you for saying something. I didn't even realize. So, anyways, we got the Aussie news, we got the yen news this evening, and we got President Trump talking this evening, addressed the nation about something pretty important, apparently, according to him. So, we'll have to see what happens. It's been a very, very, very volatile last few days, pretty much ever last Thursday, yeah, last Thursday, Friday, today, and yesterday. Very volatile markets. Now, to be honest with you, when this was first going down today, I was like, oh man, it's gonna go down. It's gonna invalidate this being an ABC correction, and it's gonna just keep on going down. Because technically it is kind of a three-way pattern up, and this actually was a 38% Fibonacci retracement of this move down, which I checked on earlier. But this move down right here. Now, if this move down closes below the 78% on the daily candle, that then I'm gonna say yeah, that invalidates the ABC correction, and it probably will just keep on going down. But because it is pulling back and it possibly is gonna close without closing below the 78%, I still think there's a possibility this is like a one and it's a two and it's gonna go up and make like a one, two, three, four, because to me this looks like a possible end of a correction. It definitely looks like a possible three waves, five waves, three waves, and five-way pattern. As you can see, one, two, three, four, five. A. This is definitely what I think is a wave B, and then one, two, three, four, five of C. So it definitely looks like a complete 5-3-5 pattern, and it definitely did bounce off a fib level from the last impulsive move up. So to me, it still looks like it potentially should trend up. Now, depending on what's going to happen with Trump this evening, I mean, honestly, anything can happen. And if it does close, like today it went below the 78%, but it wasn't able to close yet below the 78%, at least on the higher roadmap time frames. So if it does end up closing the day down below that 78%, then that's going to invalidate my ABC. And I'm probably going to have to go back to saying that the higher time frames are going down. This has been my analysis for a very long time, which is that we were going to start a push to the downside for wave C. This was going to be a wave A. This is all sideways, what I think was an ABC triple three pattern. Three waves up, three waves down, five waves up for a 3-3-5 pattern. 78% Fibonacci retracement bounce. Definitely looks like it could be the end of a wave B, but on the sort of time phase, it made three waves down, impulsive up, bigger structure. So that made me think that, okay, well, it's possibly going to go back up now. So it really depends, big time, in my opinion, on what the close is going to be today. Like I said, if it closes below that 78%, I think we're going to have to say that it's in that downtrend and it's probably just going to keep on going down. So a lot of uncertainty in the markets right now. There's like no doubt about that whatsoever. Just a minute, sorry. So so definitely a lot of uncertainty in the markets right now. That's for sure. I mean, this is definitely what I would consider 5 ways down. Um, Nice little pullback today, but so far it hasn't broken structure to the upside, so we can't really say that it's already going back up. If this goes up and breaks structure, then okay, yeah, that's probably a wave one. This is probably just like a motor wave, wave two, and then we'd go up for a big giant wave three, but we haven't been able to do that yet. We're kind of in limbo mode right now. Like I said, if this closes the day down, then I'm definitely going to say that we're in that big downtrend on the weekly time frame. If it closes the day up, especially if it's able to go up and break structure, then I'm going to say this is a 1-2 on the higher time frames, potentially eventually going up for a big old wave three. So that's definitely what I'm thinking most likely is going to happen with that. So yeah, anyway, stop putting your requests in the chats. I'll basically look at anything anybody wants. If you have something you want me to look at, definitely let me know. And YouTube chats, and I'll look at basically anything. SPX shorts. Pound dollar, yeah, boy, the pound is very strong. It kind of makes me think that this really is just going to keep on going up like I've been forecasting since like last fall, which is going up for a big old giant wave C. I mean, you can watch my videos from like 8 months ago, and I've been forecasting the same thing for a very long time, which is that this is going to go up and make a wave C. And it looks like that's what's happening. It looks like a wave A. It looks like like an expanding or a regular ABC, a B, and then potentially back up for wave C is definitely what it looks like. So I still think that maybe we did find the bottom. I mean, on the higher time phase, it looks like we found the bottom. It looks like we're in an uptrend, especially the pound dollar. The pound dollar is very strong. We are about to break the weekly time phase structure. And if we break and hold above that, I think it's pretty well confirmed that we are in that big uptrend, which is great news, honestly. So this morning I was talking about how it could be a wave five in my morning video. I said, okay, well this definitely looks like a possible one, a possible two, wave three, wave four, wave five. I said that the 50% and the 61% are the most likely areas for a wave five to end. But in order to see the end of a trend, you need to see a break of structure. You know, we had a nice impulsive move down today, and I was very tempted to go short on this. But if I had gone short on this today, it would have been literally breaking every trading rule that I have. Why? Because the trend is up. And if it doesn't break structure to the downside, then what we should assume that every pullback is just a correction to the wave up. If you don't get a break of structure, you need to assume that any move against the trend is not a trend reversal. It's just a correction to a higher time frame trend. So that was a very tempting move today to go short on there, but it didn't break structure. Made another higher low, made another higher low. Now it's all the way back up at its highs. I mean, I've been saying for a while, I would definitely still be saying, looking for longs. We had a break of structure, as you can see, which was a little bit tricky, but I mean, now that the smoke is cleared, I mean, it's very clearly 5 ways up, very clearly A, B, C down. So that's the end of a wave three. That's an expanding ABC correction for the wave four. And this is still could be a wave five. But we had to keep in mind this could just be a subdivision of a higher time frame trend. If that weekly time frame trend really is up, and we really are going to start a wave three of wave C, then this may look like 5 waves on the 4 hour time frame, but instead it'll just go and bounce and go and bounce and go and bounce. So we have to keep in mind that that definitely could be the possibility. Yeah. The 61% is kind of the last stop for a wave five. If it goes beyond that 61.8, then that is not a wave five most likely. Most likely it's something else. So be careful with that. Be careful assuming that any trends are over until you see the end of a trend. So, anyways, yeah, pound dollar. Let's look at the US dollar yen. I'm just kind of gonna jump around and look at whatever anybody wants me to look at. If you have something you want me to look at, definitely let me know. So I'm just gonna go in order. I did the pound dollar. We're gonna look at the US dollar yen. And then we got the Kiwi dollar, we got the DAX, and yeah, the Kiwi dollar. So Now, anybody that's watched any of my videos lately knows that I do see a very likely possibility that every yen pair is in a wave C right now. This is a wave A. This could be one, two, three waves up for B. We could now be in a downtrend for a wave C, which would literally last probably weeks of more downside potential. And it's probably going to go down and at least take out these lows again and possibly even make a run for these lows. So if that's true, we could have a lot of downside potential left on every single yen pair. If you've been watching my yen videos, you know that I've been suggesting shorts for a long time now. So I'm definitely still suggesting shorts. You have to assume that any move you see to the upside is nothing more than a pullback within a downtrend until the higher time frames give you a reason to not think that, like a bigger structure or a significant higher low or something along those lines. So we are starting a move to the upside. Does that mean trend reversal? Absolutely not. It might just mean another pullback within a downtrend. So what I would do is I put my, actually to tell you the truth, as of right now, you'd probably just want to put your fib right here because this possibly could just be another little ABC correction to a ongoing trend. Could make a lower high, could make a lower high, and it's all just part of a trend that started right here. Or it could go up and break the high, and then you put your Fibonacci from here to here. And if it makes a bigger correction, that could be the continuation of the downtrend. Until you get a higher time frame break of structure to the upside, the trend is down, no doubt about it. Hey Liam, how's it going? Yeah, no problem. Oil, euro, dollar, definitely not a problem. So right now, if you're trading the sort of time frames, I'd be looking at this fib right here. If it breaks structure to the upside, then I would put my fib from where the lower lows, lower highs started, which is up here to down here. And as long as it doesn't break these higher time frame low high series, like the daily time frame low high series that we're doing, then there's no reason to do anything but look for shorts. You're going to be way better off if you assume that every single counter trend move is just a pullback within that higher time frame trend. Kiwi dollar. Kiwi dollar is exactly the same as the Aussie dollar. A lot of the other yen pairs have turned up. I'm kind of wondering if these Aussie pairs and Kiwi pairs could turn up too. A lot of the other dollar pairs, that is. But boy, I don't know. If I was going to go long on something, I don't think it would have to be the Kiwi or the Aussie because they've both been so weak. But I'm starting to wonder if I have my count incorrect right here. Starting to wonder if this is actually like impulsive up and we're just making an expanding wave two. Impulsive up wave one, one down wave A, three waves up wave B, impulsive down wave C, ABC of two, expanding flat, and maybe this thing is going to bounce from a fib level inside of wave three. Boy, it could possibly go down one more time, but it is making higher highs, higher lows on the 4 hour time frame now. You know, we got a nice big push down, and then you got a push up, break a structure right there, and then you had a push down with a higher low, higher low, higher low. So it is definitely making higher lows. So if you're trading below the 4 hour time frame, I probably would be looking for logs also. I'm kind of interested if anybody's trading throughout the Asian session tonight. Be very careful because Trump is talking at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time this evening. Very, very, very important speech coming out tonight, apparently. Yeah, take profit is 5 6 something, 5682. Oh wow, yeah, that's quite a ways up there. 5682. Yeah, you're looking for a good run. To be honest with you, if it really is the big turn that we're waiting for on the dollar, this thing could go for a long ways. It could go up and take out these highs before it potentially gets a bigger pullback, but that's a higher time frame analysis, so it's not like we're gonna try to hold on for a year and a half to try to get that trade. But we definitely would have direction for quite a while. It's not very impulsive yet. I would like to see the daily time frame make become an engulfing candle. I'd like to see it engulf this last bearish candle. If it does that, then I would say, yeah, that's probably A, that's probably B, and this is probably C of an expanding flat. Higher high wave B, three waves up, lower low wave C, impulsive down. Boy, it's starting to look like that, isn't it? Let's see what those fib levels are real quick. Throw your fib from there. Not there, I'm sorry. Throw your fib from here to here, first of all, to see if it is possibly a flat based on the fibs. Definitely went higher than a flat should. A flat should potentially go to the 138 or the 123 for the wave B, so it definitely went higher than it should. Are we turning it to 261? No, we're turning it to 178. Man, that's a good sign now. The target for an expanding flat is either the 161.8, 178.6, or sometimes the 261, 278. So this is definitely the target for an expanding flat, and it definitely looks like three waves up, doesn't it? Boy, I think I'm gonna have to change my analysis to that. Yeah, no problem. We'll look at gold, not a problem. Working our way down the list, just kind of taking my time a little bit because I'm honestly trying to figure out some of these patterns a little bit on my own. Also, I feel like we have already bottomed out on some of these pairs, but boy, it looks really bearish. It looks like it wants to keep going down, but I feel like this is just what happens when you get a really high time frame turn. Is it looks like it wants to keep going down, but really it did bottom out, and it's just messing with people before it takes right off to the upside. I still think that's a really likely possibility. But the fact that that thing turned it to 278, that's a good sign. I wonder if the Aussie dollar did that. Yeah, the Aussie dollar is quite a bit different. Let's give it, I mean, it definitely is still down, but let's see what fib level the Aussie dollar bounced at. Go from the high of the trend to the low of the crescent back to the high. Yeah, it went a little too low. It went to the 323%. Usually the 278.6 is kind of the max that you would expect on an expanding flat. So I don't know. I mean, it kind of looks like it could be an expanding flat, but the Aussie dollar doesn't really fit the description of it. Ah, thanks a lot, Joe. I appreciate the kind words. Makes me feel good because these live streams and all these videos and stuff is a lot of work, but I do enjoy helping people big time. So it's a good thing, definitely. And for me, it's a good thing because, especially in those Zoom meetings that I do every single day with my members, I constantly learn things from other people. One of the guys in the group did a hour and a half presentation about how he trades based on channels the other day, and we have people in the groups that are like experts on these flat patterns that we see all the time and everything else. So I learn things from other people constantly too, so it works out for everybody. And that's why I keep my membership so cheap also, because I'm looking to, create a team of people that are willing to help each other out. It does come with a trading course and everything else, and you can trade the exact same trades that I do because I share my entries, but I keep it at $30 a month because, like I said, I'm trying to build a team of people that want to help each other out. I'm not looking to charge hundreds of dollars for my trading course. I want to keep it as cheap as possible because I want good traders that are willing to share their ideas and help out because that's how everybody learns. So, but anyways, if anybody does want to check that out, it is fxpipcollector.com, linked in my description, or scrolling across the bottom of your screen. The DAX, boy, the DAX has been out. Man, what a mover these things have been lately, huh? These indices are just on fire lately. Kind of almost seems like we could end up being a little bit of a bear run right now. Yeah, we talked about the DAX quite a bit today in my Zoom meeting because of I have a few people in there that like to trade this. It looks like a wave one, it looks like a wave two, but then it also looks like a wave one, two. Can't draw straight. One, two, three. So it looks like we're in a wave three of three right now, and it looks like potentially we could start a wave four of three, and then a wave five of wave three to finish off this move. Yeah, awesome, buddy. Thanks. Appreciate that. If anybody hasn't done so already, definitely at least check out my free Discord community. Um, that my free community has over 5,000 members, and it is 100% free to join. Definitely check that out if you haven't done so. But anyways, going down to the sort of time phase, it really looks like we are starting a wave four, but boy, it really doesn't want to break structure. I honestly would have to see this break a structure right here. Oh, nice. The course has been helpful too. Yeah, I spent last year I made that course. I spent boy about 2 months working on it, and I have a few ideas to possibly add a few new videos to it too. But the Zoom meetings are what really help people the most, I think. Um, I personally think this could have already started the wave four. This is what we are talking about today, is that this could be a wave A, and this could be one, two, three waves up for wave B, and then this could be in a wave C right now already, potentially making 5 waves down for wave C. And this is like right here is supposed to be the top of the wave three, and then this is going to be the wave four, maybe down to the 23 or maybe the 38, probably more likely like the 23, but and then back up for the wave five. And this is probably going to be when the wave three ends, is when you get the wave five of wave three. So that's what I expect on the DAX over the next few. Yeah, we're working my way down the list. I'll check out the euro dollar, and then we got to look at oil, and then gold. I started at the top of the list and I worked my way down. So I haven't, if I haven't got to your analysis yet, then I'm just working my way down the list. We'll have time to get to everybody, I believe. And next we have the euro dollar, right? No, we did the Kiwi dollar, so we did that. Yeah, no problem, Charles. Or Charles. Let's see here. The euro dollar. It's strong, isn't it? Like I said, I'm starting to really think that the wave C is over, and the manipulation we're seeing on the sort of time phase is just what it is. It's just manipulation, and that we really have started this big old giant move to the upside. That's definitely what I'm starting to think because boy, the higher time phase looked pretty bullish. Uh, so, whoops. Let's see. So yeah, like I said, all this like bouncing around and very corrective looking price action that we see on the sort of time phase might just be manipulation, might be just trying to get people to sell way before the thing just goes and goes and goes and goes. Been pretty uncertainty type of market lately, in my opinion. Because honestly, the euro dollar looks very corrective for anything below the daily time frame. It looks very overlapping. We got like, in my opinion, 5 ways up, 3 ways down. Then it made 5 ways up and then broke structure, but that ended up being a expanding flat, which was hard to recognize because of the 5 ways up that it made. And then it just pushed back up today and just kept on going. And yesterday. So it looks very corrective, but I'm starting to think it's not. I think it's just manipulation. This thing is in a big old giant uptrend, and we honestly should be just looking for every single long opportunity we can find. But I think that address the nation that we got going on tonight is probably going to tell us one way or the other. Unfortunately, I will be sleeping for this because it's 2 o'clock in the morning. But President Trump is addressing the nation at 9 p.m. tonight. Eastern Standard Time or 2 a.m. in the morning GMT time. I don't live in the UK, but I do live in the same time zone as the UK. I live in Europe, but the same time zone as the UK. And yeah, unfortunately, I'm going to be sleeping for this. I don't think I'm going to hold on to any trades. I haven't traded a whole lot this week just because the market is so in such an uncertainty time right now. So I want to see what happens. I want to see if this dollar confirms the move. If this dollar confirms the move, then I definitely will be starting to get much more aggressive because I'm going to be expecting at least probably this on the monthly time frame. Now, do we want to hold on to trades for 3 years to try to get these profits? Probably not, but we should make 5 ways up, 3 ways down, 5 ways up, 3 ways down, and 5 ways up again on the sort of time frames, which is going to be an extremely extreme amount of profits if you can trade it correctly. So I'm kind of waiting for confirmation, to tell you the truth. I'm waiting for confirmation that we really are going up, which hopefully tonight will happen with Trump talking. Or I'm waiting for confirmation that this really is a correction, because right now, if I was analyzing this on the 4 hour time frame, the daily, or the 1 hour, I would say that this looks corrective as hell. And this looks extremely likely to end up going down again for like some sort of an ABC type thing or something. It looks very corrective. So hopefully tonight we'll find out. The fact that we're closing above the 78% of the last move down makes me think that it probably is going to keep on going, and it probably is going to break structure. So we probably should be looking for logs. Today, I was very tempted to go short on the euro dollar and the pound dollar, but like I was saying earlier, if I had gone short on these today, because it made a perfect 5 waves up. This morning in my morning video, I was talking about how this is 5 waves up, and if it breaks structure, it probably would make for a good short. What happened today is it just did a bear trap, and I almost fell for it, but I definitely didn't, because I was like, okay, I'm not gonna enter until we get a break of structure and then a pullback. What happened is it went down, it did not break structure, but made another higher low, and now it's going up and making new higher highs. So honestly, if we just forget about what Trump is up to and we just did what we always do, which is buy every single pullback, we could have bought here, we could have bought there, we could have bought here, and we could still be buying and holding. So like I said, I kind of realized that we kind of stop paying so much attention to what Trump is up to and just trade these markets like the normal markets, because they pretty much are normal markets. Just a little bit of volatility, because today is, I believe, when the tariffs are supposed to be starting for Canada and Mexico. And this address to nation is pretty important because everybody's speculating that Trump is going to say that he wants to leave NATO. And that's pretty crazy if that happens. I hope that doesn't happen, because I am I'm an American, but I live in Europe, and I definitely don't want to see NATO end. That's for sure. That would be pretty insane for me. I'd pretty crazy. Let's take a look at oil. I've been hoping to see a turn up on this, but I think that I had to stick to what I said last time, which is that it's probably a wave A, and we're probably going to go down and sweep these lows pretty well to finish a wave B, and then we're probably going to go up and make a C. So A, B, C, or B. This first move down is probably the wave A. I think we're in a wave B right now. I still think oil is going to get to about $100 a barrel, but I think first it's going to go down, probably take out these lows. So maybe, I don't know, maybe down to 63 and a half, 63, something along those lines. We are definitely pulling back, but I mean, it's pretty obvious that there's a lot of support right here. Look at all these lows right here. Maybe we will get a decent bounce, but because of the fact that we closed so much below the 78%, even if it does bounce, even if it does break, it's probably just a bull trap, because at this point, I think it's likely to go down quite a bit more for sure. So the fact that there's all this support right here might mean that we're gonna get a bounce. So if you trade the sort of time phase, possibly you could trade based on that if you wanted to. But I think even if it does push up, it's just gonna be a crescent to the downtrend at this point. And if you are trading like the short time phase, boy, that definitely was like an ending diagonal right there, huh? Look at that. That's probably a wave one, wave two, wave three ending here. This is a wave four, and this is an ending diagonal, wave five, I bet. And there's your ABC right there. So at this point, I would honestly be waiting for another shape like this. I want to see another ABC correction to go short again. Definitely, for sure. Unless it starts really breaking structure on this daily time frame with all kinds of momentum, that's definitely what I would be doing. Let's see where we at. Gold. Kind of a love-hate relationship for most people with gold. As an American, I don't really trade gold because I never traded gold. As an American, you can't trade gold with a margin account. So for being from America, I really don't trade gold. I do analyze it a lot because people absolutely love gold. Now I live in Europe now and I can trade gold now, but I literally spent 10 years or more not trading gold. So for me, I just don't really trade gold. But I do analyze it a lot. I think gold is great for scalping. I mean, yeah, it's definitely good for scalping, and it's definitely good for Probably high time frame swing trading, but I'm not a huge fan of gold personally. A big fan of gold. I think it's going down at this point though. But boy, it went all the way up to the 78%. That move up looks extremely impulsive. I would expect that whatever happens now should be just a crest into the five waves up, because that is definitely five waves right there. Look at that. One, two, three, four, five. Kind of a stretched out wave five, but even the wave five has a wave five, like a five wave pattern. It's probably a fifth wave extension. That's like wave one, wave two, wave three, wave four, and then a fifth wave extension. I bet is what that is. I'd be careful though. I mean, gold could literally just go down, make like a double bottom, and go right back up. I mean, I would be recommending long still, because this could be just a little pullback within an uptrend. It hasn't given any significant break of structure on any of the higher time frames down. My last structure level would be way down here, probably right there. So anything that happens now to the downside could just be a correction to that last push up. If it does something like this, and then like that, and then like that, I would probably, I personally, even as a person who doesn't trade gold very often, if I see this picture right here, I'm gonna enter a short because that's gonna be either the end of a wave two or the end of a wave B. Probably more likely the end of a wave B if that's the case. That's what I'm hoping to see. But with gold and everything going on with Ukraine and everything else, I mean, Jesus, this thing could literally just keep on going up. Anytime there's any talk of anything that has to do with war, boy, gold loves to rally. If uh if he really does sign that peace treaty deal with the U.S. or whatever it is, the trade deal thing, Zelensky, then probably gold will start a move to the downside, probably a wave four, which I think we could already be in the wave four. Definitely seems like we should be in a wave four. Like that is what I would expect to see on the daily. Wave one, wave two, wave three, wave four, and wave five. Maybe the wave four will be a little smaller than that. Maybe something like this, because that's a little too much. It's probably going to be around the same time as the wave two. And I believe the wave two lasted, let's see, we can do that real quick. Lasted about 24, 25 days. Calendar days, not trading days. So about 24, 25 calendar days is how long the wave two lasted. So if this really is a wave four, then you would expect very similar results. So 24 days, that's pretty much what I drew actually. 24 days puts us out until May 21st, if it really is a wave four. So maybe the middle of, sorry, not May, March, right? Yeah, sorry, March. Yeah, May is way the heck over here. So yeah, definitely March. So yeah, March, maybe March 24th, March 20th. A lot of the times you can do those type of forecasts and then you can look at the news calendar and you can say, okay, sometime between like the 21st and the 24th is a big news event. And most of the time you will find something around those dates. Let's see, 21st is a Friday. You got no dollar news there. We got PMI news on Monday. That's probably not going to be the move. CPI for the Aussie. Hmm. Daylight savings time. Maybe it'll stretch out. Maybe it'll happen a little sooner. Let's see. Is there any big dollar news? Here we go. We got interest rate news. Here we go. FOMC, the 19th. So March 19th is a big news day. We were forecasting March 21st to 24th. So maybe the 19th is going to be the day. We got interest rate hikes for the well, we got interest rate news for the dollar, not interest rate hikes. I think doesn't daylight savings time start in the U.S.? Yeah, it starts this weekend. So starting on this coming up Sunday on the 9th, I believe. Yeah, on the 9th of March, New York and England, the UK are only going to be 4 hours apart instead of 5 hours apart for the next week or two. I think 2 weeks. I used to love that when I used to live in the New York time zone, um, because then London Open happened at 4 a.m. in the morning instead of 3 a.m. in the morning. I used to get up at 3 a.m. in the morning sometimes to watch the London Open, New York time. That was no fun. Let's see, gold. We did gold. Yo, dollar. So yeah, let's see here. If I keep getting requests, I'll keep going. If anybody has something they want me to look at, definitely let me know. Let's see, I'll give it a few minutes, see if anybody has something they want me to check out for them. Be more than happy to look. If you haven't done so already, definitely check out my Discord channel. It is 100% free to join. You do not ever have to pay a dime if you do not want to. My membership is an option and it's nothing you have to do if you do not want to. If you are interested in my website, it's fxpipcollector.com. That's where my membership is located. It is only $30 a month. Wow, dollar pairs are moving pretty good, except for the Aussie and the Kiwi. Dollar CAD's not really going down though. Man, that was the end of a correction today too. I saw this in the meeting, but look at that. One, two, three, four, five waves down, two. Nice engulfing move up. That's a beautiful, beautiful ABC correction right there. That's why I said, I mean, we gotta stop worrying about what Trump's doing and just trade normal. Because the market's doing what it always does. It made one, two, three waves down and golfing up just like it always does. It made an expanding flat ABC correction right here, just like it always does. It made a that's just a running ABC correction right there, just like it always does. It made another. This is kind of like a contracting triangle, but it's like a running ABC type thing too. Contracting triangle right here, just like it always does. And it made an expanding flat right here, just like it always does. So I'm just pointing this stuff out because these last 4 or 5 trading days, I've been talking about, oh man, I'm worried to enter too many trades because I'm worried that what Trump is going to say because of all the volatility in the market. But really, it's not a whole lot to worry about, is there? Everything's kind of doing the same thing that it always does. The market always goes down, doesn't break, starts trapping everybody in a cell, and then goes up. That happens all the time, with or without Trump. This is a running ABC correction right there. That's a beautiful ABC correction right there. That was an awesome trade today. That's a nice one. So that's an expanding ABC correction back here. That's ABC up, expanding ABC. This is just a traditional ABC right there. 3 waves up. Awesome trades. Yeah, I mean, like I said, pound dollar was very tempting to go short on today, but there was no break or start there, but instead it made a higher low. Honestly, we probably should have got long on it today, but that was not really a recognizable pattern in my eyes. Maybe in hindsight you could say, oh, well, that's a wave B and that's a wave C and that's a running, but yeah, I don't think I would have said that. I would have said, oh, that's an ABC right there. That's 3 waves down. That's an ABC up right there. 3 waves up. ABC down. Beautiful trades. Yeah, I could take a look at the Nasdaq for you. No problem. To be honest with you, I would be pretty bullish on the Nasdaq, on the dollar pairs, but on the indices, that is. Pretty much all of them, I would be pretty bearish. I'm starting to think that the way that we're in a wave four, but it's not the wave four. It's a wave four, wave three. Yeah, maybe not. I don't know because it's starting to look like an expanding flat on the daily time frame. I'm wondering if maybe it really is just going to go back up. It kind of looks like one, two, 3 waves down. It looks like one, two, 3 waves up, and then impulse it down. A little bit of a higher high, lower low. Starting to look like a possible flat. Throw a Fibonacci extension on the wave A, possible wave A, and put it on the wave B. Yeah, man, it definitely is starting to look like a possible flat for sure. It even bounced off the 161, which is where a flat should go. So I would be definitely concentrating on seeing if we get the end of this trend that started right here. If we get the end of that trend, then it probably will go up and make new highs. Maybe this right here, like I was talking about on the DAX, maybe this right here is a wave three, and this is a four, and then it goes up and makes a five, and this is a three, four, five of wave three. I think it's a pretty likely scenario. Very likely scenario. To be honest with you, at this point, structure is right here. This break of structure does not tell me that the trend is over. This thing could go up, break this structure, and that definitely doesn't mean the trend is over. It can literally just make another ABC correction and then go down again. So this move up right here, if I was trading on the very short time frames like the 1 hour, first thing I would do is throw a Fibonacci retracement on this last push down. Wherever the series of lower lows, lower highs started, I'd put my fib on there. If it goes up and breaks, if it blows past all these fib levels, it goes up here and breaks structure, then we are probably back into the uptrend on the daily weekly. If it goes up and does an A, B, C of any kind, one, two, three waves up, 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 anything like that at all to a Fibonacci retracement level, I would continue to look for shorts. There's a pretty good chance that it might just keep on going down, to be honest with you. So yeah, I would still be suggesting shorts, definitely, especially if you're trading the shorter time phase. If you're more of a swing trader, and you're looking at this as possibly a long. If this turns into an engulfing move, I think it would be a long. 161.8, then probably go up and make a wave five of wave three, and then probably turn back down. Bitcoin did a major pump and dump. Hopefully, you guys are not falling for these pump and dumps. I definitely think that crypto is going to correct for a few weeks minimum. I think this is very clearly important. Like, even though it's kind of a three-way pattern, it might be a WXY rather than an ABC, but this is a big pump down for a wave A. I think this is probably going to go up a little bit, but it's probably going to be a B, and then it's probably going to go down for a C. So be careful with thinking that Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies are going up. I actually think that pretty much all cryptocurrency is in a correction right now that is probably going to last probably at least a few weeks, maybe even a month or more. Probably more likely like a month or more. So I think it's going to push up, but I think it's going to be a bull trap for sure. Be careful with cryptocurrency. I know there's a lot of people saying that crypto is like the new thing with the government, possibly the U.S. government, possibly start using it and stuff like that. But I think it's going to go down, trap everybody. Yeah, definitely. I was thinking this was an ABC correction, but I mean, honestly, I don't think that's the case anymore. I'm starting to think, especially after these moves that we're getting this afternoon, that the dollar pairs are already turning, and that it just looked like a correction because it wanted to manipulate people into going long. And I guarantee it probably worked. I thought it was a correction for sure. And I did try to go long in the US dollar Swiss. That was one of my last trades. And boy, it just ended up making a lower high, and going down. Now I got my Fibonacci retracement on this last impossible move up just in case, but yeah, right. I know. Definitely some bull traps going on, huh? Big time. I guess the US dollar Swiss, it should have been until we got that break of structure, we should have definitely been looking at this move up as a possible correction, which I definitely was looking at the move up as a possible correction to the move down. I was looking at this move up as it was happening. I was like, oh, well, this could be some sort of an ABC and then go down again. But because it was so impulsive up, I was like, ooh, that's impulsive. That's going to go up and break structure. By the end, it just turned and made a lower high and went down. Now in hindsight, I can see that it's probably just an expanding ABC correction, and that's probably just a correction within a downtrend. So I wouldn't be trying to go short right now. I would definitely be waiting for more pullbacks, but I would definitely still be looking for shorts, 100%. Well, does anybody else have any more requests? If you haven't done so already, definitely check out my free Discord channel. I would like to build a community of people that are helping each other out, posting charts, chatting with each other, and everything else. So definitely join up. It's 100% free to join. You do not have to pay a dime. Definitely don't be afraid to share your charts and interact with other people. I'm very active in the members chats, but I can't really take time in the free chats as much. But my members chats, I try to stay very active with. Try to post quite a bit throughout the day. I don't know, man. Kind of looks like it. We're kind of at a little bit of an uncertainty point, aren't we? But I think at this point, yeah, it's just gonna break down. Definitely not what I thought. And I have personally not entered that many trades over the last couple of days just because I have only entered one trade this week at all. I've had gotten one trade because we broke structure to the upside. It looked like an ABC correction. So I was waiting for a pullback. I was like, okay, well now I'm gonna wait for a pullback, and then I'm gonna go long the dollar by going short some of these dollar pairs. But instead of making a correction down, which I was patiently waiting for, it just went boof, right down it went. So for me, there was no entry to go short because I was now looking for longs because of the bigger structure. And so I didn't go long because I don't normally trade a wave one. I normally wait for a break of structure and then wait for a pullback, and then I'll go long after the pullback. So this wasn't a trade for me. And then the move down, I was thinking was going to be a correction, so I didn't short it either. But yeah, the fact that we're closing below the 78% and how impulsive like the euro dollar looks and the pound dollar, I think it's probably over. It's probably going up. This is good because if we can confirm these higher time frame moves, we are definitely going to know what to do for a while. That's for sure. So, anyways, definitely check out my free Discord trading community if you haven't done so already. And as always, thank you for watching and happy trading to everyone.